so back to be ready to be back, giving y'all my Saturday reset. When I first started doing these, I think I was calling it, my Oracle read, Saturday morning Oracle read. However, with some time off and just to get myself revamped and just back into it, we are now doing halftime with Coach Shan. And for right now, Saturday is probably going to be the best day for me to actually record and then get edit and put it out. But yeah, I'm super excited. So I'm going to go ahead and jump right in because I don't like to hold y'all too long. Because I know how y'all are, baby. So for this message here, I titled it, Are You Ready to Begin? And then the scripture that's tied to it is Proverbs 18:24. So whenever you get some time, make sure you go check that out. And the first question posed here, and this is going to be more so like what your soul is calling it at you. You know what I mean? Like what's on the inside that's been nudging and pulling at you. And it says, what calls out at your being to live out and achieve in your life? In my own words, that just means like, what is it that's in you that's calling at you that's going to make you feel like you have achieved it in your lifetime? You know what I mean? Like, what is that? And only you know that. It's not what your, friends see or whoever sees that's around you that you lean on to give you that, reassurance or that confirmation or that affirmation. It's really more so what's within you that's calling at you. Only you know that. And the action here with that is, are you ready to, take a leap of faith? Are you ready for the change? Are you ready for the excitement, the opportunity, and the possibilities that's going to bring? Are you ready? So you need to journal about that. You know what I'm saying? That's just like the best way to kind of just get everything out. It don't have to be perfect. Just get it on paper. You know what I mean? Journal it out. Usually what I tell my coaching clients is that, visualize it, see it, smell it, like, what are you wearing? Where are you at? What people are around. Like, you really have to be visualizing these things if you want to come to fruition, right? So go ahead and journal about what it is that looks like, what that leap of faith looks like, what the change is going to bring about, how you're going to feel, because we're talking about like that excitement. What are the opportunities? Like, what doors would you like to see open with this? And what are the possibilities, like, if you go towards those things, right? So the dare. So with Coach Shan, it's a little different. Like, I'm on y'all butts, you know what I mean? I'm on y'all. Like, not only are we journaling, we taking leaps of faith, we digging deep. I would dare you. I dare you to follow your calling. I dare you to try something different and stop playing it safe. You know what I mean? Like, just try it. I mean, you got one life to live. We get one chance to do this thing right here, so you might as well just do the things that light you up and make you feel good, and it makes you feel good to talk about it. Like, man, if I hadn't never done this, that, and the third, ain't no telling what I'd be doing, or who I probably wouldn't have even met you, or whatever the case may be. So what we need to do with this is tune in to our internal advice and wisdom. So like I was saying earlier, we can't continue to depend on other people to reassure us, because I feel like there have been people in our lives thus far that have told us, man, you look good doing this, or man, I can see you doing that, or you know what I mean? Like, I know I've had them, even more recently. Like, I've had people say what they see me doing. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's not exactly what I'm trying to do, it's just the fact that they can see that. But I can't rely on those things. I have to go within and know it within myself. So we need to tune into our internal advice and wisdom, and the ideas that allow you to rise above any obstacles. So what that means is, it might be scary, you know what I'm saying? Because there may be some delays. Everything might not go right, but it's okay. You know what I'm saying? That's going to happen. You can have a perfect plan. You're still going to have an obstacle. You're still going to have delay. You're still going to have pushback times. You're going to have deadlines. All these different things. Don't allow that to stop you. And what I was hearing when I was getting this was, I don't know, y'all remember that viral video of that man, he was like, you need to dream big, bitch. I don't want to get in trouble. But you know what I'm saying? Like, for real. Like, y'all need to see the bigger picture. You know, you need to release those self-imposed limitations and just keep going. You know what I'm saying? Like, obviously, you're not going to get to the bigger picture in one day, but you definitely need to dream big. You know, you need to shoot for the stars, baby. For real. Cool. So, in this season, patience and observation is important. Okay, so what you need to be patient with the steps, your action steps. You need to be observant to, maybe you need to observe somebody who is in your field of whatever that you're doing, or the idea that you think you're going. You know, you need to observe in this season and be patient. You can't compare your timeline to the next person and where they are, because trust and believe me, if they are successful in their season right now, they had the same delays, similar delays and obstacles before they got to where they were. You know what I mean? So just be patient and observe it in this season, because timing does play an important role for all of this, right? So you can't rush it. You know what I mean? And you can't get frustrated when it's just not landing when you want to. You got to make a choice and just seek. We have to make a choice to do this, but you also, like I said earlier, you have to seek the answers from within. Like, you got to go, you really going to have to spend this time with yourself. And maybe that's significant too. Like when I was saying patient and observation, you need to observe your own self. You know what I'm saying? Observe how you feeling when you're doing the things that light you up or things like that. Like, observe your own self, right? And making sure that you are going down the right path. You know, sometimes things feel good for the moment, but then in the long run it gets burned out, because maybe it's just that time's up for that, or that's really not truly what you want to do. Or maybe you were playing small because you were afraid of failure, and now it's just not, it's not hitting like it was when you first started this, right? Yeah. So how do you decide what to fully commit to? Paying attention to yourself. You know what I'm saying? Paying attention to the opportunities that present itself, and the moments that when you feel like, you know what, this feels good. Like, this is really like giving me more energy going towards this way. You know, that's the stuff you got to pay attention to. Some of y'all are well off in your career and doing the things that light you up, and now you're thinking about family, or you're thinking about love, or you're thinking about just maybe some things you like to do in leisure time. You know, if you want to travel more, you know, stuff like that. So please know that this is like an open type of thing. It's not just towards career. You know, my Capricorn self would come off like that all the time because I'm so ambitious. Here's an affirmation. I attract relationships and connections with individuals that are in alignment with my higher self. Because with this calling, it is like a level up. You know what I mean? Because you're not playing small no more. You're going up and up and up. You know what I mean? So now you're trying to call in those relationships, those connections, those networking opportunities, those doors, the individuals that's going to be like your destiny helper. If you're traveling and you're meeting new people and you find that, you know, you're from this side of the world and they're from this side, but y'all have like these similar stories, and now you're making a brand new connection with somebody across the world where you probably felt isolated on your own. I don't know, guys. I'm just saying this is a good affirmation to speak over yourself going forward so that you can continue to identify those opportunities, those relationships, those connections that's going to get you to your next level. Now y'all know how I feel about inner work. So let's go back to ground one. You cannot answer the call, whatever's pulling at you to live out your life achievements, or whatever the case may be, what's going to fill you up in this lifetime. Like I said, love, career, family, breaking generational habits and patterns, or whatever. You can't do any of this without doing the inner work. And that's just how I feel. My coaching clients already know how I am. I don't care if you come to me because you're trying to do career development. I don't care if you come to me because you're just trying to dig more deep into your gifts and talents, you know, whatever it is. The inner work is going to be the answer to all that stuff. What does my thing say? Spiritual. What did I say? What did I say, y'all? See, I can't even remember my own quote right now, but I'm gonna get back. You know, spiritual alignment is like the path to your most authentic self. So what I mean is that inner work What do you need to release in this season that's going to get you going, moving forward, taking the steps that you need to take? You know, all this fear-based thinking and all these self-limitations and imposter syndrome and, you know what I mean? Like, trying to compare yourself to what people have done in the past in your family line and this, that, and the third that's holding you back. All that stuff might not be good for where you're trying to go. You're going to have to do that work so you can release those things. You're going to have to change your mind. You're going to have to change the way you think about things. You got to change your perspective. You got to change how you react to things. You know what I'm saying? And you're going to have to develop more of a bird's eye view of things happening and why they happen. Trust me, I'm a person that's very routine, and I'm, I'll go to the worst case scenario before I go to the best case scenario, and I had to really work on that. It's really hard, you know what I'm saying, because you experience heartbreak, you experience setbacks, let people have let you down, doors have closed, you've been rejected, you've been ejected, you know what I'm saying, from whatever, hey, I've been fired from a job before, that was surprising. I'm like, oh my God, I've never been fired before. Just all these different things that will cause you to just shrink what's possible in your mind. You're going to have to change all of that. So here's an affirmation for that. I attract high vibrations of consciousness and soul intelligence. I attract high vibrations of consciousness and soul intelligence. Okay? I know that's deep. And you can tweak it how you want to tweak it if you don't speak like that. You know what I mean? But do what works for you. But I'm just giving you something that might help you continue to make that transformation. Transformation through the cycles of life. Our past does not dictate our future. You have a choice. Read that again. Transformation through cycles of life. Our past does not dictate our future. You have a choice. I need to break that down. The work that you're going to be doing on yourself, the transformation you're about to experience through your cycles of life. If you look to the past and the things that have happened in the past and where they have pushed you to where, even right now, where you are right now, you just kind of take some time to reflect on what you've been through, what you've gone through, the things that you have overcome, persevered through, maybe the things that you feel like you haven't got past, but you're still moving. That's part of the cycle of life. That's all a part of the plan. However, that does not dictate your future. You know what I mean? Just because it happened in the past doesn't mean that it's going to continue or that you need to continue down that path or those habits or patterns of the way you do things. You have a choice. You know what I'm saying? So if you're making a choice to stay stagnant and continue to do your life because you're scared to, you know what I mean, step on a couple toes or anything like that, that's going to be on you because that's your choice, right? I can lead you to the water, but I can't make you drink. Is how I'm feeling about it. You know what I mean? I could tell you what you need to do, but hey, it's on you if you're going to do it or not. And I'm the type of coach that I'm not going to be tying myself to your outcome. I can give you what I got. And if you open to receive it, and you ask I don't even tell you what to do. What you want to do? What's going to be comfortable for you? Here's what you could practice. Here's your homework, okay? Make a choice. How you going to do that? How that's going to look for you? What's comfortable for you to do that? That's how I am, okay? So that's going to be on you to make a choice on what you decide to do moving forward so that you can achieve your soul's callings, your yearnings, what you want to see, what you want to experience. It's out there. You can do it. You just got to make a choice. But yeah, that's all I got for today, y'all. If you want to, follow up with me in private, I am doing virtual one-on-one coaching sessions and taking new clients. And we can talk about pricing and things like that and what it looks like to be one of my clients. I'm very flexible. I'm kind of unorthodox. You know what I'm saying? I'm one of those coaches that I want to make sure you're comfortable with what we're doing and the work that we can do together. And so I try to be as flexible as I can with my strict schedule, okay? So just contact me. If you're watching this on my YouTube, you can go to my Instagram, which is Janisha _ Shanae or Coach Shan. And then also I will probably just post here how you can get in contact with me through my Linktree or just my email, things like that. But I hope that this resonates with you and that you get something out of it. If you have a question about anything I said, or you just want to share comments and feedback about this Saturday reset, please DM me. I'm open to it. And I'll see y'all on the next one. Bye.